my kids, and most of all, I can also say my job. They support me a lot too.
Yeah. My son, my father, my mom, first house. Thank you. And my godmother.
Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, Shamar.
My friend, an awesome friend. My kids.
How many kids you got, Shannon?
3.
How old?
One is 22 and 17.
Really? Say that all?
1, 2, 20, 17.
How old I thought you were?
Right?
Wow.
I was gonna say months.
I thought this was 20 for real.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Rich. I'm gonna say my dad and my kids.
And how many kids you got?
Me?
How many?
Six.
How many?
6.
Shut up! Alright, how old are they?
I got 5 boys and 1 girl.
No kidding.
Wow.
How old's your oldest?
My oldest 17. I have 12, 27. My daughter, she's 13. My twins, they 11. I got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Alright.
Yeah, I got 5 boys and 1 girl.
You want another girl?
No, my little cat. She always used to get mad at me when I was out. But she just like a little boy, but she rough like a little boy, but she feminine like a little girl. So, you know, she got
5 brothers.
Her brothers and everything. She fight for them and all. Girl, she is something else.
Now, how old is she?
She's 13. She's going to be 14. And when she turned 14, I got a son that turned 10. It was one same year, just a day. Same month.
Okay.
Same month. Different year. Same day.
Same day they got the same birthday?
They got the same birthday, yeah.
No kidding.
Uh-huh.
What day's that?
November 7th.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. I got a Cancer.
Scorpio.
I got a Cancer, 2 Geminis, them twins.
Gemini.
Yeah, I got a Taurus and 2 Scorpios. Yeah, he's my oldest son. He's Taurus, and 5'9", with 13 children. Ooh. He's a hump.
Yeah.
My baby, honey. Yeah. Okay, question number 2. In your intimate relationship, what are your personal strengths?
I'm a good lover.
Right?
Stamina.
Skill, baby. Skill.
Some of the pages I shook wrong with it.
Yeah.
The other
I'm personal strengths. I love you all. I love you. Yes, you are. And I'm very passionate. I'm loyal.
That's what I was going to say. I'm loyal.
Yeah.
I'm real loyal.
sometimes
When I love hard.
Yeah. Anybody else?
In my relationship, I'm always, I never had a man that did, like, gave me.
Yeah.
Because it's just the type of person that you are. You're a giving person.
Yeah.
I think we love to be into you.
They don't do the same thing.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be always like
And
that.
if they do, they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And we so used to make doing for ourselves is very independent. Like you know how to make something out of nothing. You ain't got no food in your house, you can make something out of nothing.
Absolutely.
Especially when you got kids.
Yeah.
They gonna eat before I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Every time.
Yeah. Question number 3, your intimate relationship, what are your weaknesses?
Love.
Yeah.
Mine is love.
Yeah.
Mine is love. Once I'm in love, you can take that advantage of me. That's not good.
I can get jealous.
Oh, yeah.
I can get jealous.
All of us done had somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like, you done had somebody to make us just fall to your knees.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they can do whatever they do. They can cheat. You can kill them cheat.
Yeah.
And
You'll take a
ride.
Oh, so mad at myself.
Oh, God.
All of that. Y'all I'll tell you the real cat. It was like this yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, the milk group yesterday. You gotta get from the beginning. Like, oh, one guy, we done did that already, though. Like 14, 15
Right.
Okay, question number 4. What time in your intimate relationship what is your most important goal?
Get married.
Rise to the top. Yeah, stay that way, right?
To build together.
Yeah, that's what I want. I
want
somebody who we gonna start together. I don't want nobody that already
Communication make that salvation.
Yeah.
That's
So we'll appreciate it more.
Okay, I used to say that too. Like, I used to say, I'll take a nigga from the dirt. Cause my grandma used to be out. When I used to be like, when I'm growing up and stuff, they used to be like, you need to do something. A good man. Yeah, she was like, y'all, you could have been like that in the NFL with one of them boys like that. And I used to always say, okay, yeah, this was, cause I used to model. I used to model for a long time for John Papa Blanco. But she used to always like, you know, put me on like high, like higher than what I'm supposed to be. But at the same time, I just wanted to be like, as I got older, I'd take a nigga from the dirt because I already know what type of girl woman I am.
Right. Yeah.
I was 15, 16. I consider myself as a woman. I was fucking. So shit, I consider myself as a woman. I have my own shit. So, you know, like, I take a nigga from that and I help you nigga build.
Yeah.
And you know, like, if I see, and I can say, shit, if you ain't doing shit, I ain't gonna keep doing for you, but I still do it.
Right.
You know? But now I'm at the point, I done got off in age with shit, I need a nigga with stability. Shit, I ain't no
Thank
shit
you.
no more.
Right.
I need help.
Yeah,
No.
so crazy. I'm so glad because I had a motherfucker with stability and now I want a motherfucker I can deal with. That's, I'm just.
But like I was like when I was telling you about with the ladder, like they can be at a 10, like your homegirl at a 10, but you at a 1, but God knows He wants you at. You gradually, you just gonna move on up.
So yes.
Yeah, you gradually move up because they got their own shit. They doing this and they doing that, but shit, we starting from the dirt. You know,
Right.
we gonna prosper anyway. We gonna make a move for us. Not when we want it, but when he ready for it.
Right.
We probably ain't ready to be at a 10 right now.
Right.
So. Yeah, but he showed to knock your ass back down.
That's what I'm experiencing right
I
now.
forget where you coming from.
That part. That's it. Take it away.
Yeah.
I told you, they were telling me, one guy, 20, the other one got 17. So they like tempted me, like, I don't like to be up on nine.
Yeah, see,
That's pride.
God got you where He wants you to be right
Yeah,
now.
right.
He wants you to be. He wants you to
Yes.
work for it. You gonna put the work in. You gonna put that footwork in.
And experience those growing pains.
Yeah.
This shit ain't for the faint of heart.
Anything you want ain't gonna be easy. And nothing you want in life gonna be easy. That even coming out of sobriety, because sobriety comes with temptation and all types of other stuff coming out.
Because you know it hurts sometimes when you used to have so much pain. You gotta get the hard way.
Like, you always
Like,
easy,
exactly.
like,
You gotta work
like,
for it.
When you work for something
like, that's easy. Now,
it makes you feel a lot better.
I got that wrote down now.
I know, but sometimes
Times
it's
of shit.
just hard. It's just hard when you used to have it and then you don't have it.
I did. I ain't feeling out.
I just like keep on the jail. Keep on the jail. Every time. Prison. I just keep on the jail.
Even when I ain't see how you said like one day I had them been jail 28 times. This made my 29th time. But even when I got out of jail, I still had something back me up. Because I ain't just hustling for that day. I hustle for me. I hustle for the days to come. I hustle for my porn money because I know the life I was living. Even though my boyfriend had that, it ain't matter. It wasn't that like your own. I ain't just hustle for. I hustle for my nieces and nephews to make sure they have. Because every time they call me, I'm gonna make sure I'm drop everything I'm doing to make sure they have. And I was just like a hard-working man because I was out there. I wasn't selling no ass or nothing, but I was on the grind 24/7. I was like a real fucking man out there. You know, getting my money. Like I ain't let nothing stop that. And I think that's why God stopped me down and let me know like you can't do this by yourself. You know, you out here living like a man, but you know, like you taking care of yourself and you making sure shit's great. But that wasn't the life He had for me. He want me to earn my shit. He want me to get out there and do the right thing, not to be out there riding from bus to bus on I-95 back and forth. You know, that was just the life I was living.
And chasing the traffic charge.
Yeah, but by grace of God, I did that. This last time I
That's
got
the
caught
highway
with shit on me.
money
You
line.
know, God bless me. God really blessed me. I got caught with too much shit on me, and I didn't get no traffic charge.
Yeah.
I got one. Yeah, so like, shit, bitch, I had 2 fucking lawyers. Like, the best thing they could get me was coming in here, and which I did need that, you know? You sending me back to jail, you sending me to prison, that wasn't gonna do nothing, man, you just get out and even hustle harder. Shit, it was shit I had to catch up on.
Yeah.
It was a lot of shit I had to catch up on, but now that I'm in here, that I can find a job, and it ain't even, it's not easy to find a job, you know? But I know I gotta put a lot more footwork in to do what I need to do to get what I need to be at the life, you know? You got me down here at a 2-3 right now, but eventually when time passes, I'll be up there, you know? So I ain't even rushing it. I ain't even finna rush it. What God has for me, for you, is for you. You know, just take your time, because when you try to rush out there and try to get back what you lost and all that, fuck what you lost in the past.
Yeah.
It's time for something new. You don't look backwards, look forward.
You know how much stuff I knocked out that
Yeah.
right back over again.
But you know, when he bless us, he gonna bless us even harder.
Yeah.
He gonna bless us with shit we never thought that we can be able to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just take it like day for day, like we gonna make a way out of nowhere. I promise you. And I'm a living witness for that. Sitting in jail 19 months. I always believed in God, but I never accepted him when I went to jail. And he always got me out of jail. Fuck the bond money, all that stuff. He always got me where I needed to be. And my grandma used to always tell me before she died about this. It's like, she was like, God has invested in you. You haven't been in prison. You keep going to jail. You know, and my grandma, she knew what I was out there hustling for, you know? She knew I wasn't out there just living for the day. I wasn't just living for like that. You know, I gotta make sure shit had to be done. Because I'm so used to taking care of my sisters and my cousins when they call it paying light bills. Making sure my sister rents straight. My sister got too many kids for her to even be out on the street like that. God bless her with housing and shit.
Right.
But at the same time, I wasn't just living for me to be out there like that. I smoked my M's and shit. But my mind was focused on the prize of that money. And I was making the hell out of it. You know, so, like, you got me where you want me at right now.
Yeah, this is
Fuck that fast like shit.
Yeah.
That shit ain't fast, no. That shit, yeah. For me, I can say for over here. But, you know, y'all ladies just take it one day at a time. I promise he'll make a way out of nowhere. Shit, really. Somebody else?
Number 4, right?
Yeah.
In terms of intimate relationship, what is your most important goal?
You just read down. You're on question number 5.
Okay. To reach this goal, what steps do you need to take? Keep praying.
And staying positive, staying around positive people, staying sober, taking it one day at a time.
Communicate.
Yeah, communicate. That's the best thing. Communication.
It's the first.
Yeah. You close up, isolation, all that shit. Ball up. Get it slow, it's over.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's loud, that's loud.
That's my number to put my father's something to
You got that now?
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh.
No, what wrong there?
That's all place now.
Yeah.
So, 2 people from the group. One person is in early recovery. The second person still drinks and uses drugs. Act out these 2 people needed each other. Person in early recovery. So who's gonna be person in early recovery? Okay, person in early recovery. You have been clean and sober for 2 months. It's a struggle sometimes, but when the meeting, treatment, and recovering friends, you are doing better than you expected. Okay, so I was like, during your lunch break, you run into someone with whom you could get loaded and have sex with. You remember the good time?
They having a sex.
I say that.
Hold on.
Not doing it.
Oh, wait, it might be. You remember the good time and have to admit that your friend looks good. You feel a sexual pull, your friend is
No, you gotta find a man for that or something. What is on Nikki?
She went back out.
You
That's how they go play her day.
Yeah, they go get her.
What she had?
She went back out now.
She went back with the rock.
Okay, we got to come out.
Okay, do the second part then. We're gonna say that question for me. Do the second.
Person not in recovery. You are surprised and excited to see your old friend. You recently broke up from a bad relationship. You feel lonely. Your friend looks pretty good, better than before. You are still using cocaine, but not as much as before. You heard that your friend was clean and sober, but you never asked. You have some drugs at home, and you remember how the two of you had pretty hot sex when you were both high.
We ain't finna do that. We can make our own role play.
Let's be about the man part.
Just leave out the sex part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like y'all used to hang out together and stuff like that.
Hey, Siobhan.
Hold on, which one we doing? The first one?
The second one. Y'all said the first one.
Okay,
Yeah, it's the same way.
still on drugs.
You were still on drugs and you just a friend that's just
Hey, Siobhan, girl, what's going on?
Like, some of this shit, good shit.
That's a damn shame. But, I'm just playing.
Hold on there, guys.
I just said.
I'm on this shit, dog. You know what I mean?
No. Like, what you gonna go at?
You can talk me.
I know you think you can call us.
Ah, hell no, I know I ain't. I'm gonna walk by him yet.
Girl, I ain't got some good shit.
Who is Wayne? Not my man.
it's wrong play.
And she thought about that shit. Okay. So, Wayne got some good shit. Yeah, I've been in recovery for the last almost 2 years now. I don't do drugs
How
anymore.
that's going for you?
It's going good. You should come to an AA meeting with you. NA meeting with you.
I ain't ready for that.
Well, here's my number. When you are, just give me a call and I can come pick you up or whatever.
Hold your breath, don't hold your breath.
Hey, it is what it is. When you ready, I'll be there.
You just talking that like you don't cover. You'll be bad.
I doubt that bitch.
Right on.
I'm going out for your
That's
ass.
how people do for real. Like,
Yeah. Like, yeah,
Like, we read something, it was like, you got a friend that's been clean, you try to offer them something.
Never say never. That's their first word. Never say never.
Yeah.
Don't contradict them. Never say never.
It ain't me getting too good. But at the same time, that ain't no there.
This seven, what you over there crunching on?
Oh.
All in the other.
Girl, and they ain't trying to hide it.
Right?
Well, then when you steal it, that way you're gonna do it, and they say you'll never get caught.
Yeah. Where is the truth?
Now, the camera be looking.
Not the
Oh,
way
I
you
see
say
everybody.
it. Temper be doing
Okay,
that.
she like this on the camera.
I mean, I apologize. I apologize.
I just got my big brother. He was on phone 5 o'clock to Bunny.
Just turn it to a picture.
Don't let
You don't know who I get for me.
What? He was on walk. On the phone.
Mark, you want the clippers?
Right?
We gonna see you.
I'll be down. I'm ready to go get my nails and my feet done. I got some new done, but it ain't gonna, ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
And if they do it, they don't do it like that, they gonna do it like that.
Yes. I only got half hour.
I gotta learn how to buy stuff and baby stuff. I can't shit. Oh, now I'm my boy.
That's all.
I can't answer that. I'm like, I ain't gonna yeah. Then keep on about and shit. They still going to stuff. I'm like, how do y'all do
I
that?
talked to like Walmart when I was in my car, so like $38.
So told her, I just stop this shit. You gonna be doing that?
We're not home.
Right.
You got it.
I found it on
I'm gonna talk to my
After lunch. After lunch. You got one thing you got.
you want to do my hair, it's like those. They know, just lay there for stuff, okay?
Nope.
Just tell me, you want to keep talking.
All the time you know,
All the time, you know. He was somebody that knows, like, that anybody knows, like, they don't have any, they have no clue. So I can't really talk to them. I need to get my idea. He raised her one. She go back. She's back. He go for a bit. She can't get it right. Bring her good. I said, he thought my daughter and baby come back. Like, y'all was something. They know it up.
No, we're still in group.
We got 30 more minutes.
there's this man.
I'm waiting on you to come.
You working on holiday?
So, you ain't gonna work when I go home
What
though.
they gave us? What they gonna give us?
Oh,
Thank you, ma'am.
That's been my emotional well-being.
You gotta be in my area, probably. On first? Oh, yeah, he always. We're gonna see us. We never see anybody. The bag and shit.
Man, you can't even be in the street right now.
We don't pay no more money, huh?
We would buy you some noodles.
I heard you, my friend.
Yeah, it's just going to-
Oh, you heard me. It ain't tripping, it's Friday. No, give my pen. What you doing?
She so nervous. Where we at right now?
That ain't your pen.
I know that. She nervous.
Who would like to start
Is that
reading
for the
stress,
phone or the vending machine?
stress and emotional well-being?
Stress and emotional
I
well-being.
read.
Welcome to the stress and emotional well-being section.
I said I read, but go ahead.
Don't worry about it.
Go ahead, baby. Well, I can't see my face. Read.
No, you say something.
I want to take one. Keep it.
Yeah, stop over there.
I'm just gonna read this page. I'm gonna take it. Are y'all finished?
Yeah, if you can even take this in your purse, yeah. Okay, I'm ready then.
Okay. Welcome to stress and emotional well-being. Hey, y'all, wait a minute.
It's always that table.
Start breaking them up.
Okay? Oh, you sound like Miss Cameron when you said it.
Okay, y'all ain't the camera, so let's get that for you.
Okay. Welcome to stress and
Yeah, we need Justin in this arm home.
I don't read, I don't make you done, I am not gonna read, but I don't get interrupted.
Okay, stress
Welcome
and
to the Stress and
emotional
Emotional Wellbeing session of the Living in Balance program. This session provides important information about how you can change your life by handling stress. It focuses on stress, the different types of stress, and the ways in which you respond to stress. What is in this section? This section has two major parts. One, stress and reacting to stress. After participating in part one, you'll be able to understand how frustrations, pressures, and conflicts are different. Identify how you personally cope with frustrations, pressures, and conflicts. Identify your emotional health goals. After participating in part two, you will be able to understand how individuals react differently to stressors, understand individual differences in stress tolerance, understand psychological self-defense mechanisms, understand the 3 stages of responding to stress.
You know, that's how they turn
You
out.
want to read Venetia? Second page, baby. What will be asked of you? Yep, you're looking right at it.
You gotta
No.
flip it, look. After you flip over, flip like this and turn it.
And they had all these things come out copyrighted like that.
Yes, I do. I just said
What will be asked of you? You will need to look inside yourself and honestly address your emotional health. This will take courage, but the result of your effort will be an understanding that leads to better control over your choices. This control leads to the freedom to make rational decisions and enjoy better emotional health. Review the glossary. Before you get started, you may find it unusual to review important words in the glossary located at the end of this section. Conflict, pressure, emotional illusion, regression, frustration,
Repression.
repression. Okay, what is that?
Intellectualization.
It's a technical
Intellectual.
Intellectualization. There you go, mama.
When people are addicted to alcohol and other drugs like very stressful mood altering, right?
Yeah.
Altering drugs can temporarily reduce the level of stress people experience as a result of what is going on around them. However, when that effect wears off, people can feel more stressed than they had before. Everyone experiences life changes which cause stress. Recovery from alcohol and other drugs, addiction, and a life change. Recovery itself can cause some stress. Although stress cannot be completely eliminated, you can decrease its grip by learning stress reduction skills. The first step is to learn how to identify stress and its causes. So managing it, right? Yeah. Stress effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, is an important aspect of our emotional health and well-being. It is important to reach a stable balance in your emotional health so that you can, so that you do not return to using drugs to feel okay. Everyone has ups and downs, good moods, okay, good moods and bad moods. However, some people have extreme periods of sadness, anger, depression, anxiety, and what is after. All right. They may try to get up for they may try to get help for these emotional problems, or they may try more harmful things such as alcohol or other drugs. Substances may provide temporary relief, but in the end, they will harm a person's physically and emotionally health well-being. Exercise 1. Please answer the following question. What are your 3 main personal strengths in relation to your emotional health?
Perseverance.
Okay, here.
Perseverance would be one. Tenacity would be one. And
What does tenacity mean?
Right.
tenacious, like
Okay.
just don't give up, keep up.
Tenacity, tenacious, and tenacious.
Tenacious, perseverance. How many do I gotta do? 30? And that's me. How about you, Miss Beverly?
What?
What are your 3 main personal
So in
strengths?
other words, you just put all those 3 words together to say just don't give up.
Come on.
Keep going.
You get knocked down 99 times. You get up 100, damn it.
Pick yourself up, brush yourself off.
There it is.
Sometimes that's easier said.
Well,
Yeah, it's always easier said than done, but it don't matter. It ain't.
But I'm doing, I pick myself up, not brush myself
All
off.
right, anybody else with number 1?
Come on, everybody should do their 3 personal
Cause
strengths.
you got something else to say?
Oh, nothing.
What are your 3 personal strengths, Marie? That's the question. 3 personal strengths.
I'm reliable,
Okay.
I'm trustworthy,
Okay.
and I'm honest. Siobhan?
Weakness, love.
Yeah, she was just talking.
Come on, 3 personal strengths. What you got?
Leadership, I don't know.
You call that leadership and you talking good?
Right?
Honesty
Honesty. All right. One of them.
and caring.
Compassionate.
good one.
Yeah.
What about you, Miss Clarice? What's your 3 personal strengths?
Patience, loyalty, empathy.
All right.
Not too much empathy.
I'm patient and tolerant.
Love.
I'm loyal. I feel I can communicate well and I'm empathetic.
Simone. You don't know the things about yourself? That's still gonna be a homework the rest of the day, okay?
Communication, trust, and fighting.
What is it?
Communication, trust, and fighting.
Exciting?
Yeah, I do well with that.
Well, we're gonna be doing no fighting either.
Yeah.
Frankie,
Hey, cause you hit me, I'm calling the police.
on the 90s.
No, the thing is, you better not hit her. You for
Exactly.
Just Frankie.
Well, we sisters, we all are.
Very good.
Yeah, no.
That's what I mean, it's time to feel love you.
Julian, is it?
Jillian.
Jillian. Oh, that's like Eddie Murphy. Have you ever seen the skit that he does about Jillian? Come on. His wife Jillian. Oh, okay. Okay. No.
Oh, that's all right.
I
So
thought
Eddie Murphy coming out with a new Coming to America.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Go ahead, Jillian. Marie.
Okay, I'm not coming to America.
So my 3 strengths in relation to my emotional health, I would say I don't give up, I don't BS myself, and I'm pretty good at finding a silver lining.
Okay.
Kristen.
That's my girl. Good
She said,
night.
You want us to come back to you?
You're compassionate.
Yeah.
I've seen that in
She's
you.
funny,
Yes.
and it's just crazy.
Yes.
That's my girl.
I love you.
I love Kristen.
Miss Beverly,
I had already said it.
what'd you say?
I forgot.
Well, say them again.
Um, don't give up. You get up and ready to vote. That's very special with God.
Okay.
Nikki? You can talk a little louder than that.
I didn't hear it.
We can't hear you back to you.
What is it? What did you say, man? Yes, you do. Absolutely.
Miss Kim?
I'm a hard worker, quick learner, and confident.
Okay.
Let me show.
I do not hard feelings.
We all got a heart.
Yeah, that's it. It's just, I don't like to see,
You're compassionate.
yeah, that still wins.
Outspoken.
I've seen you be really compassionate and really patient with Brooke.
Yeah, patient.
With Brooke.
Be patient. Yeah.
Got you 6 kids.
I really learned that a lot. Yeah, you got to.
You right? 6 kids. You gotta be patient.
I went. Oh, Kristen.
I said, what did I say?
I don't know. Say them again.
Empathetic,
Yeah.
patience. I forgot the other one.
Compassion. No, you said patient. Or
Empathetic, patient,
Tolerant.
what are your 3 main personal weaknesses in relation to your emotional health?
Too emotional.
pessimistic. Don't like to give people a chance, like to break my trust, that's it.
So rigid, kind of.
What would be number 3? I don't trust easily.
Right.
Takes a long time to get there.
Weaknesses for me would be fear, probably like fear of getting hurt. Yeah, another emotional weakness is I can become like needy. Like I need somebody to like me or something like that. Another weakness emotionally is that I'll guilt, I don't know what you call it, but I'll guilt people into stuff. Like, my kids, I'll be like, oh, you don't want to answer the phone for me? Oh, okay, all right. I didn't know somebody else carried you 9. Well, brought you in this world. You know, I go into that whole scheme. So that's true.
You're a bully.
That's true.
Oh.
I'll be a bully, my kids. Be it fear or respect, you have one of the two. In terms of your emotional health, what is your most important goal? Emotionally.
Be healthy, get my own place, stand clean.
Yeah. Staying clean first and foremost. Without that, there is no emotional health.
Stop being so pessimistic.
That takes practice.
Yeah.
It does. I'll when I start to get like negative and start like and it starts coming, and I'll be like stop myself. Like I think the first thing is recognizing it when the thoughts are happening. Stop, and then try to look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because if you can change your perspective, you can change your reality. And so like at first, like my thoughts were really negative a lot, and then it became less so. Now I'm almost to the point where, like, right at the beginning of the thought, I can stop and be like, no, we're all children of God. We were all put here with a purpose. I'm no better than. Who am I judging somebody because they sin differently than me? Do you know what I'm saying? That's not my job in the universe. My job is to love, kindness, love and light. that kind of stuff, and absolutely, but it takes practice.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, to reach this goal, what steps do you need to take?
All that stuff you just said.
Huh?
All that stuff you just said.
Well, what I do, this is what I did when I first got here, is I started when I was upstairs in quarantine. I started getting they gave us like pencils and paper, and I immediately started making affirmations like I am loved, I am strong, I am healthy, I am kind, and I started posting them up because you don't realize, but like just looking at it and seeing it, it will start to sink in.
Just help.
Yep, and then what I started doing was a gratitude list, and affirmations. I write them every single day, and what I read. Like I like my smutty romances, but I also had to incorporate some type of spiritual reading. So I went through, like, since I've been here, The Seed of the Soul, some stuff by Marianne Williamson. Right now I'm reading Deep and Simple. And in the morning, to start the day, read a little bit of it. You know what I mean? To kind of like at least get me focused that way, that try on the spiritual aspect of the program.
Don't forget, you are a badass.
Oh yeah, and the book You Are Badass. I don't know where it is, but it's awesome.
I don't know if they have it here, but it's called We're All Doing Time, also by.
Right there, I put it up. I wrote to the Human Kindness Foundation.
Yeah,
And they sent me that book, another spiritual book, and right now I'm reading Deep and Simple.
yeah.
It's all by them. I put it on the shelf. We're all doing time. And I've
Okay.
already read it.
Okay, I'm reading it.
Oh, you're reading it? Yeah. So they did that, and I have their website and their address and their phone number.
All right,
So-
yeah, I would like to get it.
Yeah, because I wrote them. I told them I said Stepping Stones, and I told them about the ladies and that, we're all here and stuff like that. The book I'm reading right now is called Deep and Simple by Boda Lazala. Yeah.
The laws on it.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So yeah, and it's really, really good. Like this one particularly. So.
A stressor is something in the world that makes a demand on a person. In other words, a stressor is an event, a person, a law, a rule, or a request that requires a person to react in some way. There are three basic types of stressors. 1, frustrations. 2, pressures. And 3, conflicts. Stress is an internal reaction to the demand of a stressor. For example, if a person is expected to be at a meeting at a specific time, that expectation is a stressor. If the person feels the need to meet the demand, he or she will feel some stress. Not every stressor, however, will cause every person stress. Exercise 2, number 1. Give a personal example of a stressor, something that would make anyone else feel stressed. Time, that's always my theme. Like if I'm not on time, it stresses me out. And yes, that definitely would give other people stress.
But when I'm talking to nobody, then I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Frustration. Yeah, I get frustrated, and like I didn't pray this morning. I didn't meditate this morning. I got up and I just came right out and started doing the chore, and then I lost my temper today. But what I've discovered is the last time I lost my temper was about 2 months ago, Marie. About 2 months ago that I lost my temper, and this time I didn't get as upset as long. So I mean, it's progress. I still got work I got to do. But things are like they do. Like if I have like too much stimulus, like this person saying something, this person telling me something, this person's doing something, and it's just like, and then I mean, part of me feels bad for losing my temper because I like to be zen.
Let's see
Zen, but it kind of feels good when you're done. You know what I mean? Get it off the chest, let it go. Kind of. So that was me.
Anybody else?
Nobody else got a stressor? Now, my boyfriend hasn't answered the phone in 4 days. That's stressing me.
That should be your last stress.
Well, but it's in there though, you know what I mean? It's really not that big a deal because I'm not that worried about it, but it's back there, you know what I mean? It's like an itch. You know what I mean? It's pissing me off.
I tend to procrastinate. I have a hard time asking for help. So those two things together,
We're gonna fix that
you
today.
think it's a,
You got Krista on your side, we're gonna fix that today.
no.
It'll make you feel better anyway once you just get it out there.
I used to procrastinate a lot. It'll get better. I still get it sometimes, depending on what the situation is.
Number 2, give an example of a reaction to a stressor that would decrease rather than increase stress. Counting, breathing,
Walking.
Yeah, that's just what I'm doing.
reading.
Yeah, after I lost my temper this morning, I come put the radio on, put on Bill Withers' Lovely Day.
Cause I was frustrated. So we just took the frustration out.
Yeah, put on some easy listening, nice music,
Can I ask
like
a question? What is the difference between the
stressor is the event or state.
Stressors are things causing the stress.
And the stress is what you feel because of,
Stress,
because of the thing that happened. Meditation works really good too.
Yeah.
Like it stops the stressor from like being as stressful.
In yoga.
You know?
Right. Frustration occurs when obstacles block a person from reaching a goal. Some obstacles are external, such as losing a job, not having enough money to pay bills, losing a friend, or making an enemy. Some obstacles are internal, such as guilty overspending the rent money on cocaine, being afraid of engaging in sobriety activities, feeling lonely, or getting angry. Exercise 3. Please answer the following questions. What is an example of an external frustration that affects you?
When I was up in Brevard, before I come down here, I was working on a casino boat, doing like 16 hours a day. You know, it was a good job. I was getting paid bills and stuff. That's why I came back down here. And when the COVID-19 came around, they shut the boat down. And that hurted me real bad because I was like a cook and I prepared the food. I worked like on the bottom board. I was up above the engineer. And that hurt me hard. No work, no nothing. I don't even know if they started going back out yet.
There's a couple of days, a lot of people good job.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
What is an example?
Not having any AC is an external frustration. Really? I mean, that's another thing. Like me losing my temper today. You know, you're sweating, you're hot. You gotta have your mask on. Oh, did you see Patrick come in?
Just
kidding.
That's what you are.
But you gotta wait till they stop talking, just write it, they have an extra.
What is an example of an internal frustration that affects you? Internal.
The fact that I don't want to get frustrated.
What is it?
That I don't want to get clean. Frustrated. I want that. I want it. I don't. I know how it feels. I do. I mean, I'm past it now, because I know I'm gonna die. And there's just no two ways about it, I'm gonna die. But until I figured out it was gonna kill me, I didn't want to be killed.
What did you do to get you there?
Pardon me?
What did you do to get you there?
to get to here.
What did you do what made you want to get clean?
I'm gonna die.
No, what got you past it? She saying like,
Over
you
there.
years on that, so what keep you
What brought you
going
down?
right now to this day?
I broke my arm at work, and I was working at the place I was living, which was an apartment complex. And because they paid me hourly under the table, after I broke my arm, they fired me and evicted me in the middle of Corona. So then I had no place to live, no place to work, and a broken arm. And I was still getting by. And I ended up being Baker acted, and that did it.
No, but you said, and she said the fact that she doesn't want to be clean, not put, right? So that's question her. You said, I understand because I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're not there anymore. What did you do to make you want to be clean?
Because as time goes on, it's not fun anymore. You're not getting high to get high. You're just doing it to not be sick. And then you do it and you're still sick. So it's just, I got sick and, I know it sounds cliche, sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Amen.
So what is your job of choice?
It was heroin and crack, now it's crack.
Okay. So let me give her a little credit. Because you know what? It takes a lot of courage to say it. It takes balls to say, you know what? It's questioned me that I don't want to be clean. Because part of us want to have the same one feeling we don't want to feel. Because we use drugs because it has a purpose somehow. Whether it's good or bad, it did fulfill something in your life. So, but there's something. First of all, I think you just right there. Number one says we have to admit that you are powerless over drug and alcohol. To me, that's number one. And number one, a principle behind the first step is honesty. You will not gonna do anything until you're honest with yourself. And let me tell you, sister, it takes a lot of courage to say this while you not even care about, oh, what they're gonna say, or what do they think, or I should be wanted to have clean because I'm in rehab. No, you said it like it is. That's honesty. Number two, there's another thing they said in the room. You gotta fake it until you make it.
Yes.
Isn't it what they said? Fake it until you make it. So the fact that you are here, you wake up every single day and show up. Whether you want to be clean or not, you are faking it until you make it. And addiction, the same way is a process, recovery is also a process. There are times, my best example is always a diet. Yes, you want to be over here, but there are times really you want to eat some bad stuff. Mine is Krispy Kreme. I just love it. And I see the other day I went to Krispy Kreme with myself. We got a dozen. The dozen is 4,800 calories. I said,
Wow.
oh Lord. But let me tell you, they look so damn good. So I said, really, do I need this or do I want this? Do I need this? I did not eat it, but I really wanted to eat that thing because I feel it. And to the point my son is eating it. I usually when people are chewing, you swallowing. That's how I felt. So, but I did not eat it. I wanted to. And I still want to eat it today, but I did not want. So sometimes you have to fake it until you make it.
And that's what we said. Every single day, every hour we stay clean. We just need to be grateful because we may relax tomorrow, but today is the day we're gonna be clean. And I applaud you for being honest. I also applaud you for showing up and try every day. And I stand for dresses. If you apply every tools we teach you, it will get better. The wanting to use will subside at times. But addiction is not about being strong. Addiction is not about not wanting. Recovery is not about being strong. Recovery is not about wanting not to use. Because you always gonna want to use. But because you want to use doesn't mean you're gonna have to use. And if you apply every tool every day, you're gonna get better. Are we good?
Yeah.
It's 11:30.
Thank you, Miss Emilia. You, my darling,
See you later.
need to go sit out front of the Okay.
I got put all over that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would say right now, be some time, big girl.
Okay, it will change. You don't have business change. You gotta have to use that phone. Everybody get that double paper.
Come here, money. Give me a hug. What you tell me?
That's all I was
Huh? What you said?
Okay. Alright, well, I'll run tonight. We're always ready.
Yes.
I called you. I'm in a treatment center, Dean. You know exactly where I'm at. No, like, what now? I work hard.
Yeah, keep working at it. So what my school off? You hear me?
Yeah.
You need to go.
What?
You will though. Momentarily. I'll sit for them when I got you. What my name is? I'm gonna get this job.
Oh, my food's.
Two papers, what other one? It's another paper.
I want you to get out, James.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. All the time in the world, sorry.
Do not let him mess.
We don't want
You don't listen.
That's why you call me the paper on purpose, set a time. You put on some dog. So as you bend over, all you see was your ass.
I'm trying to ask like.
If
Come on, let's
they're
get that.
in the town car,
We can get a full stamp.
well, why you let my dad, no driver's license, drive my car? Don't let him take my car.
What about her in the corn ball?
Well, don't give him back, leave the keys to my car at work.
What horn ball?
Tell him he's gotta move out. Do you want me to call him?
You going out that way?
Sus.
Yeah,
That's okay. It's not come over though, please.
I'm coming, let me check that. What you said?
I just feel come over though, please.
Okay.
He needs to either look for an apartment somewhere in Key Largo or go to Michigan. That's one of the. Who's that? Stephanie? James, I can't hear you. James, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, James. You got your finger over the damn. Does this stuff go on YouTube?
I hope not.
Me too.